my god, you're moving in with your boyfriend. I don't know how she didn't tell me by the end of it. Ah! Oh my gosh. And I still don't think I'm like fully healed. We did not even get into a club in Ibiza. So amazing to get back into that routine. I've been doing so good. I don't think I've cried in like a week. It was actually our 2-year anniversary. Literally not for the clubs at all. I am moving to Nashville. Tegan's calling me. I ended up getting the job. I have been on top of it. I don't think I could live with a boy right now. Okay. Me and all my girlfriends are going back for a little reunion. I feel like I'm still a child. Oh. Hi guys, it's Maya. Welcome back to my channel. So it has been a minute since I've sat down with you guys, talked to you guys, updated you on my life. It's been a chaotic past few months and it's going to continue to be chaotic until I get fully settled in these next few months. I feel bad. I feel like I've left you guys a lot in the dust these past few months. I'm kind of all over the place. You guys don't know where I'm at any time in life. I'm like in one country, I'm in the next, I'm here, I'm there, I'm doing whatever. So I'm kind of filming this video so I could just sit down with you guys for 10 minutes, update you on my life, fill you guys in on all the little blank spots that you guys are confused about. Don't mind Way, he's sleeping on my bed right there. He's such a cuddly, snuggly boy. Yes, you are. It is currently Wednesday, August 30th. So we are approaching September and I have no idea where this entire summer went. I don't even know where this year went, to be honest. It has all flown by so quickly. But we're gonna backtrack just a little bit to graduation in May. We graduated from college. I moved all my stuff back into my parents' home in my hometown here in Virginia Beach. I was home for about 2 weeks and then I went to Nashville for 1 week, and this is where I got to visit my boyfriend. It was actually our 2-year anniversary, so we got to celebrate that together. And I actually was taking the time to tour a bunch of apartments in Nashville. Big news here, if you haven't seen my vlog already that went up last week, I am moving to Nashville. That is my post-grad destination, my first city, living fully on my own, very independently, and I could not be more excited. I will get more into that a little bit later in this video. Got to tour about 4 different apartments in different price ranges, different parts of Nashville. I ended up falling in love with this one apartment complex, gave it to my roommate that I was going to be living with, and then a few weeks later she went to Nashville, took a trip, and she fell in love with the apartment when she saw it and she toured it. So it was really good that it was mutual on both ends and we both loved it just as much. Right after that I flew home from Nashville. I was home for about 3 days and then I flew to Europe for the summer, and guys, I packed my entire life away in a little carry-on suitcase because I was not about to have a European summer lugging around a huge checked bag suitcase that's like 50 pounds. I wanted to be very minimalistic, bring the bare minimum, and just have a good time. It doesn't matter what you're wearing. I didn't care about re-wearing outfits. I just fully went as a minimalist and I wouldn't have had it any other way. It was perfect. By the time you guys are seeing this, all of these videos are up. I know they're late and delayed, but they're all up now. I'm gonna give you guys a quick rundown of where I was. First leg of my trip was with my middle school, high school best friend and her older sister, and then one of her friends from college. So it was us 4. We traveled around Barcelona, Paris, and Nice. From there, they went on to continue the European summer trip, and I flew and met my family in Switzerland for 10 days. Me and my entire family got to travel all around the country of Switzerland. Most insane, beautiful country ever. All of these are fully vlogged. You guys have to go watch these videos. I am so happy that I have all of it filmed. I've never seen so many beautiful places in my life, and I'm so grateful for these experiences. And I knew if I didn't do it now after college, I don't know when I would have done it. I'm really, really glad that I got to experience all those countries and also get to be on a beautiful trip with my family for 10 days. And then my family flew home, and then I flew to go meet Tegan. You guys all know Tegan. I met her on the internet through Annabelle about 5 years ago. We have stayed close ever since. Her dad lives in Spain, so she was like, I'm gonna be there all summer. Why don't you fly and come and meet me? You're already gonna be in Switzerland. So I extended my trip, flew from Switzerland to go stay with Tegan in Spain. And this was the best time. It was so wholesome. It was so fun. It was amazing getting to see her dad's side of the family because I've never met her dad's side of the family. I got to meet a bunch of her siblings and her stepmom and everyone. It just was great. He took us to so many beautiful, amazing, yummy restaurants that I would never ever have gotten to experience if it weren't for him. We went on day trips throughout Spain, and it was just overall such a wholesome and fun experience. Me and Tegan got so close, and we shared a bed for a month straight, and I wouldn't have had it any other way. I don't know how she didn't want to like kill me by the end of it. I wouldn't have asked for a better person to have spent that amount of time with because we literally did not argue at all. I love Tegan. She is my best friend. I'm so grateful for her. While we were in Spain, we did spend 1 weekend in Ibiza, which was so much fun. I never ever thought thought I would go to Ibiza. It never was really on my list to go to because of like the connotation it has around it. And I feel like since being out of college, I'm totally out of like my party girl era. So I was a little skeptical to go at first, but it was only like an hour ferry away from Tegan's dad's home. So we couldn't like pass up an excuse to like not go. So we went, and it was such a beautiful island. I honestly wish we had more time there to experience more parts of the island. I wish we had a car or something to go see everything, but it was such a beautiful island. I totally would go back to Ibiza. Literally not for the clubs at all. That video is just posted now. Fun fact, if you haven't seen that video, we did not even get into a club in Ibiza. And then the one club we did get to go to, we were completely sober at. So go watch that video if you haven't already. It was really fun. Just a wholesome, fun experience in Ibiza with Tegan, and I loved it. Her younger sister has a best friend who lives in Denmark. So we flew with her younger sister for a week to go spend time with their family in Denmark, and we got to experience the local side of Denmark and how everyone lives there. We got to see beautiful little towns, Kolding. I think it's called Aarhus, if I'm butchering that. It's Arhaus. Aarhus. So beautiful. I wish I got to vlog more of Denmark. This time in Denmark, it was very calm and just relaxing. I feel like things happened the way it was supposed to happen was because me and Tegan literally never see each other. We see each other maybe twice a year if we're lucky. She's that long distance friend that I have that I met over the internet and I met through Annabelle, and I would have never ever been friends with her if it weren't for Annabelle. This was the last leg of our trip. We could have been anywhere else. We could have been in Paris having to see all these top attractions, having to be go. But we were in Denmark, and honestly, Denmark is a beautiful country, but there really is not too many like things to see that are like this, and this. It just honestly is enjoying your time in the country. It just was the perfect destination for us to have been together. It was also our final time together before we separated. She was going to go back home to Spain for a little bit with her family, and I was flying from Denmark back home to visit my grandma and my mom in Florida. In Denmark is when we found out that our friend Annabelle passed away. This happened over a month ago now, about a month and a half ago. She passed away due to epilepsy. If the OGs are here, you guys know I'm like all over the place trying to talk about this. Annabelle introduced me to Tegan 5 years ago on her 18th birthday trip when she invited all of us to her home in Atlanta. It was our first time all meeting, and me, Annabelle, and Tegan all clicked super quickly. And ever since then, we've all been like a best friend trio. It's the type of relationship that like no matter how long you go without seeing each other, you know it's just gonna be right back to where it was when you do see each other. And I've met a handful of internet friends throughout my time, and I just have never ever met anyone like Annabelle and Tegan. But I'm really trying hard to not cry. Sorry if I like choke. I've been doing so good. I don't think I've cried in like a week. Then we've been able to plan so many fun trips to see each other, and that's why I'm very grateful for our relationship, because it was long distance. As much as I would have loved to see her every single day and like her being like my everyday life, it was so much fun when we did get to see each other because we were planning trips around it. I got to see her for like a week at a time, or we went to Miami and she visited me in college and I visited her, and we went to Music Midtown, and we went to Charleston, and she came to Virginia Beach, and we went to Laguna Beach, California together. There's so many things that we were able to do together, and I feel like that just makes the memories so much stronger. And so, okay. And I just will be so grateful. I think of her family as my family. I'm not gonna get too deep into this because I've already posted about her. I've already said my feelings in so many different platforms. I could literally go on for hours and days about her in so many positive ways. She passed away during our time in Denmark, and I could not have asked for it in any other way, because if I were alone and found out about this, I don't think I could have properly healed, and I still don't think I'm like fully healed from it. I mean, I don't think I ever will be, but being able to cope with everything when I was with Tegan, out of all people, nobody closer to me in my life knows Annabelle the way that like Tegan knew Annabelle, because we were all best friends together. And so for us to be able to experience everything together, to grieve together, for me to just like fully rant and talk to Tegan about Annabelle 24/7 that entire trip made things a lot easier. Everyone knows that that loss was great, but I feel like nobody would have been able to help me cope with it, feel how I was feeling besides Tegan. So it was really nice to be with her for that time. And I still can't believe it's real. I miss Tegan so much. I love her, and it just makes me learn so many lessons about how you just shouldn't take life for granted. You never know when your last day is going to be. I've learned so many things from Annabelle. She's such an amazing person. She always will be. She's going to be that person that like I can't wait to tell my kids and my grandkids about. I just miss her a lot. I put her in the back of my phone, a picture I got of her. So she's with me everywhere I go. Aside from that, so I was abroad in Europe for about 7 weeks. And after that, I flew straight to Tampa, Florida, and that's where I got to see my grandma. My grandma had a surgery and she wasn't doing well for a while. I went there and I surprised her. She had no idea I was going to see her. She had no idea I was coming. And I met my mom there and she was just so happy. I was so excited to see my family. I got to see my uncle and my aunt that I haven't seen in literally years. So it was really good to see them. It just so happened that 2 days after I was finally going to be home from all my travels and my flights was the day of Annabelle's celebration of life. I was really nervous because I really wanted to be able to go to her celebration of life, but I knew it was a high possibility that I wasn't going to be able to make it because of all the travel. But it just so happened that it gave me 48 hours to get from Virginia Beach to Atlanta for her celebration of life. I bought a last minute flight from Virginia Beach to Nashville. I got to see my boyfriend. I hadn't seen him in 2 months, which was like the longest time we had gone without seeing each other, so it was really good to see him, and he was such a kind soul, and he drove me 2.5 hours down to Atlanta for Annabelle's celebration of life. And when I tell you that was the most beautiful celebration I've ever seen in my life, I was so glad that I was able to hug her family and see her family, see all of her friends. You should have seen everyone there that was there to support Annabelle and everyone that loved her and cared about her. It was the most beautiful celebration, and she would not have wanted it any other way. And while we were there, I had the honor. Her family had asked me to make a celebration of life video to be played at the celebration, and I was so honored to have been able to make that. It was a very quick trip to Nashville. My boyfriend flew home with me and got to spend the weekend in Virginia Beach, got to see my family and everything, and so we had a nice weekend home finally after all the chaotic travel. And I got to go to the beach, see Waylon, my dog, see my family. It was all really good. From there, I have just been back in a routine. It was grind time for me because now we're entering post-grad life. What the heck am I doing? Now we are all kind of back up to date. I swear I've been running like 1,000 miles a minute ever since I graduated, or even before then. I feel like I have not had a break. Guys, literally look how freaking cute he is. I'm gonna miss him. I've been working out every day, which makes me just feel so good. It was really hard to do that in Europe. Like, I walked so much, but like actually being in the gym and working out felt so amazing to get back into that routine. Eating home-cooked meals, iced coffee, everything just made me so grateful to be back home. And saving money is another big thing. I am preparing for my move, so I have been on top of it with not spending money. I like try to let myself have like 1 night per week to have fun and hang out with friends. Obviously, I need some sort of social life to stay sane. And other than that, I've been really good at saving money. I want to do like a whole budgeting series on my channel for you guys, and also like post it on TikTok and whatnot. So kind of just an insight as to what is coming. I feel like I'm like totally adulting now. I have been applying to jobs like no other. We signed our lease for Nashville back in July. Tegan's calling me. Okay, sorry guys. I just had a little intermission because Tegan just called me to book her flight to Nashville. It will be my first time seeing her since the trip, but she's coming end of October and I'm so excited to show her around. Show her around Nashville. It'll be so fun. I miss her so much, so we're really trying to make it a point to really see each other when we can. And then after that, maybe I'll go there for her birthday. Right way. You're right in the way. You're right in the way. Oi, she. Oi, she. I love you. I'm gonna miss you. Way. You are something else. Ow! He's a monster. What is he doing? You are. Oh my gosh, he's not gonna leave me alone. No. Stop. Lay down. Boom. Oh my gosh, I might have to move. I can't sit. I can't sit on the ground. I'm not safe. I have been applying to job after job. Surprise, I am living with my college roommate from senior year, Abby, and both of our boyfriends actually live out in Nashville, and they're both like best friends. We're super excited because neither of us have any interest in living with our boyfriends yet, and I feel like that's a big question I keep getting asked is like, oh my god, you're moving in with your boyfriend. And even like my friends, when they saw that like I was apartment hunting, they were like, oh my gosh, like when are you and like your boyfriend moving in together? And I was like, we are not moving in together. Like, not yet. I feel like like I'm still a child. I don't think I could live with a boy right now. So me and my best friend Abby are gonna be living together. It's also perfect because we both know how we live together and we're both so similar with the things we like to do, our routines, stuff like that. So I don't think it's gonna be any issue at all. We both have some similar vibes on like how we want to decorate the apartment. So we both fully knew we wanted to move there. So we signed a lease without having any jobs in hand. But honestly, I think that was the perfect way to do it because it really put us to the test to be like, okay, this is grind time. We need to apply, and figure it out. I have learned so much about applying to jobs. I have fixed my resume probably like 5 different times, thinking every time, okay, now it's perfect, but then I find so many things wrong with it and I completely revamp it and then apply to 100 more jobs. There's just so many tips and tricks I could give you guys about applying to jobs and building your resume. I feel like when I graduated, I was so clueless on how to even start on any of that. And so I feel like it could be really beneficial to have a couple of videos for you guys on like resume building and how to apply for internships and what to look for on LinkedIn and Indeed and all these different job boards. So there's tons of things I want to like do in the future to help you guys. In 2 weeks, we are moving to our first Nashville apartment together. And I can't wait to bring you guys along on all the moving vlogs, the content. I will say it's going to be such a slow process moving in because moving is expensive. Right way. It's really expensive, and for the first few months it's gonna take me like a while to get through like, just the bare necessities of things, but I am really excited and I cannot wait to bring you guys along on things. I did find out, if you guys have been watching my TikTok, I was making get ready with me's for job interviews. One I was super duper excited about, I ended up getting the job for. I am so excited to bring you guys along on day of my lives in that job and everything. I feel like you guys are really gonna like it and it's so up my alley with what I want to be doing. It is not a full-time job yet. I say yet because the intent is for it to hopefully move full-time within the next few months. Till then, it is something that like I'm very passionate about, something that I really want to do and learn more about, and I'm excited to kind of see where it takes me. I think it's something you guys are gonna really like too. It is within like influencer marketing, product launches, campaign drops, photo shoots, all of the above, and I feel like that's all up my alley, so I cannot wait to share that with you guys. It'll just be so fun. If you guys don't follow me on TikTok already, you should. I'm going to be filming like day in my life working there, and I cannot wait to bring you guys along for it. That is how post-grad life is going. It is very confusing. It is very weird. I feel like I'm still a child. It does not feel like I should be getting a full-time job. Now that it's hitting September and everyone is back in school and back in college, and like me and my friend group are not going back to school, we're like, what the heck is going on? This is so strange and so weird. I think it's for the better, and I'm so excited for this next chapter in my life, and I'm so excited to learn about all the different things, like responsibilities and just like normal life tasks that I'm gonna have to learn and then I'm gonna experience. I think this is my era. I really do. I loved college. College was so much fun, and I'm forever gonna miss Virginia Tech. I already have a plan, a weekend that me and all my girlfriends are going back for a little reunion in September for game day, so I'm so excited to bring you guys with us for that weekend. It's gonna be so much fun and just like old times. I think the hardest part for me is gonna be going from a place that's a radius of 5 miles and everyone's 5 minutes from each other in a small little college town to now we have friends in Florida, friends in Nashville, friends that are gonna be in New York. Lily is going to Europe. We have people that are all over, and it's gonna be he does not like the fact that I'm talking to you guys right now. It's gonna be challenging for sure, but I think it's gonna make things so much more exciting for us to be able to visit each other. Every time we see each other, it's gonna be like a fun trip out of it. I do miss all of them so much, but I'm so excited to see where everyone ends up. With that, I am gonna try and be a lot more consistent. I know it was so hard to have a consistent filming and uploading schedule while I was in Europe, but I do wanna change that, and I literally have already planned out all of September's videos for you guys because I wanna stay on track with it. My new schedule, hopefully, is gonna be every Sunday and Wednesday night for posting. So I hope that you guys get excited for all these upcoming videos. Navigating post life, moving in vlogs to my new apartment, budgeting, my new job, Nashville, like so many fun, exciting things are coming, and I cannot wait to share it all with you guys. Everything that I have learned from Annabelle passing away is that she makes me want to continue this on, and I do it for a reason because I'm so grateful that I have all the footage that I have with her, and it makes me just want to continue filming everything else in my life just to have those videos to look back on. That is a whole life update in 20 minutes. I know I just threw so much at you guys, but I am so grateful for you guys sticking around and all of you guys who have stuck around for all of this. I know it was a chaotic summer. I know there's so many big changes, and I know my content is now going to be shifting from college life to post-grad life, but I hope you guys still stick around for that and find it interesting. I know like a huge part of my following was from college, but I hope that I can help you guys navigate into this new chapter of life life if you guys are soon to be entering it. I love you guys so much. I missed being consistent here on YouTube, so I'm gonna try my best to get back on that schedule of every Sunday and Wednesday. If you have any other questions, please leave them down below. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I'm gonna be pretty consistent on there with you guys. I appreciate you guys listening, and I hope you guys are doing well, and I will see you all very soon in my next video. Bye guys.